Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your Venus retrograde forecast for March 2017. Now, this works if you have your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Sagittarius. What I'm going to be talking about in this video is what is Venus retrograde, what is it all about. Then I'm going to get more specific on your sign. What does it have to do with you? Where is Venus retrograding and trying to emphasize a lot of energy for you? And at the end of the reading, I'm going to be pulling out a daily guidance oracle card by the angel decks of Doreen Virtue. And we're going to see what your angels have to say about it. Maybe they have some guidance for you, something that they can actually guide you to help you through this moment. Okay, Saggy, so let's get to it. Alrighty, Saggies. So, what is Venus retrograde? Venus retrograde is a time that happens every 19 months, and it's when the planet Venus goes backwards, or it seems to be moving backwards from the Earth. So, what happens here is that all the things that Venus rules start getting affected. And Venus rules anything that has to do with relationships, love, brotherhood, aesthetics, beauty, luxury, pleasures, money, practically everything that the humans love. This is what Venus rules. And the main thing that she rules is values and justice. So the justice that can happen between a party of two, that's why it's about relationships, that's why it's about balance, diplomacy between two. She's the ruler of Libra, and Libra is about justice and equality and balance. And then she's also the ruler of Taurus, and Taurus is about values. It's about values. What is valuable? What is valuable? So Venus really rules, that's why she rules a lot of glamour and beauty and luxuries and money, because these are the things that we put a lot of value into it. So that's what she rules. She rules the things of value. So this is a time when Venus goes retrograde. It's a time of a lot of reevaluation and reevaluating if we are living our values to the fullest. When we, the only time where we're truly, truly content and happy with ourselves is when our values inside ourselves are actually being projected in the outside world. This is when we're not feeling constricted. This is we're not feeling, we're not feeling guilt. We're not feeling the negative energies, feeling like we need to hide something, feeling like we need to be, reserved or just things that just don't make you feel expansive. And you're all about expansion, right, Saggy? You don't want to be feeling like there's constriction or freedom being taken away from you. So values, very important, and this is really what gives you that wealth inside of yourself, that you are living your values and makes you feel rich, it makes you feel good, so it makes you feel content with yourself. And you have a pretty intense Venus retrograde, okay, Saggy? Because your Venus retrograde is actually happening in a house of relationships. So there's a lot of emphasis on relationships this month. You are going through some major, major, major upheavals in relationships. There's definitely, if there's things that have been feeling unfair, that you haven't felt fair in your relationship, this is the month where justice gets served. You are not going to be able to hold your tongue anymore. You're not going to be able to just, let it slide and sweep it under the rug. You're not going to be able to do that. You are going to really just face it, and you're going to speak your mind, and you're going to say what is going on, what's not feeling right. So this is a time to reevaluate your values in love, your needs in love. Great time to do it. So I definitely suggest, especially since you have Mercury, and Mercury in the house, in this house as well. Mercury could be helping you a lot to analyze the situation, to put some thought into it. It also has to do with your creativity and your children. So for anybody who's doing some creative project right now that requires a lot of creativity, requires a lot of time from you, any artists out there, or even parents, you could be going through some issues with your kids. But all Saggies, all of them are going through some sort of romantic situation. And also, your inner child has to do with your inner child. I definitely suggest that start thinking about what was happening to you back in 2009, because that was the last time that Venus was in retrograde. That was the last time that Venus was actually retrograding in Aries, in what she's doing right now. So whatever was planted in your head during that time, whatever was like the biggest lesson, and you were just like, oh my God, I learned never to do that again, or my life changed completely, or I went through the situation. That was Venus leaving that seed. So now she's back in 2017 saying, okay, how is it going? Have you done anything? Has it grown? Have you nurtured this idea? Have you give it love? Where's it getting to? So she's also reevaluating those things. So at the beginning of the month, I definitely see you, things are rising up. So I definitely see purging, like a purging of emotions, really, coming clean with things and bringing a lot of wounds to the surface. If you're going through a lot of issues with relationships, with romances, or even with your kids, this is a time where a lot of those wounds get to the surface. But that's the best thing. We need to go through this purging. We need to go through this state of self-undoing, of crying, of of everything. This is a healing moment. Even though it feels like they're ripping your skin apart, it's actually the healing moment. Afterwards, you're completely renewed. It's like the polishing of the diamond. You're polishing it. It might hurt, but you're becoming a diamond. So this is a necessary situation that has to happen. And Venus retrograde is not going to let you slide through it. You're not just gonna like, oh, I'm just gonna let's not talk about that. You're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able. You're gonna definitely bring it up. You're gonna definitely like, okay, what is this all about? What is going on here? What is this? Also, for some Sagittarius, some loves from the past can definitely come back into your life. Definitely, Venus retrograde brings loves from the past, old flames. And even if you haven't met them in this lifetime, they could bring loves from other lifetimes. Okay, I'm talking about past lives and all of this. So so at the beginning of the month, you are finding a lot of comfort at your home, at your family, feeling good at the domestic sector. This is where you're shining. And then by the 20th, that's where I'm finally seeing you. Okay, I know what I'm doing with love. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. And I definitely see you feeling a lot more comfortable and clear-headed of what is it that you want to be doing with your romantic life. Where is it heading to? Oh, and definitely sit down and write down your needs in love. And if you're with somebody, ask them to do the same thing. This is a fantastic exercise for you guys to get to know each other even more, and for you guys to be able to know what will please the other. This is fantastic. This is what relationships are all about. We come together because there's certain needs that we can't fulfill on our own, like companionship. So when we have this need being fed to us the way that we like it, then we're super happy and content, and we're not getting frustrated, we're not manipulating the person, we're not unhappy, we're not talking bad about them behind their backs, we're not doing any of those things. So there is some sort of practicality that happens as well in relationships during this time. Venus retrograde kind of takes away all the all the illusions and tries to bring more of a practical space for you to really work from. So definitely, definitely have some patience with yourself. There is a lot of maturing happening to you, Saggy, because Saturn is in your sign. So you're being condensed into this diamond. You really are. Like, you could be feeling so much more of responsibilities, so much more of a change, of more pressure or more things going into your plate. But at the same time, this is the moment to reinvent yourself, Saggy. This is the moment to really just reinvent yourself the way you want to be, the way you want to look. So during this past year and this year, there could be a lot of changes in your physicality, in the way that you go about. And right now, this month is about your love life and your creative energies. And how do you connect to your inner child? The inner child is also the one that has that romantic nature, because the child loves and loves with no barriers. A child is not like, oh, I'm just gonna love you 20%, like wearing their heart under their sleeve. They're not doing that. They're fully giving you everything that they are, and they're fully loving you. And that's that nature. That's what really feels so good and so and so romantic and so delicious. And those pleasures is really when you just let yourself loose. So Venus is trying to see, reevaluating these things, your values in love, your values in your creative energies, your creative pursuits. Expect delays too. Expect delays, because Venus retrograde nonetheless is a retrograde, is reevaluating, is going over things. So expect a little bit of delays and go over it. If you are working in a creative project right now, don't rush it. There's gonna be delays. Things might not get there on time. Computer might crash. Whatever the hell it is, just know that it's coming. Venus is trying to help you. It's challenging you to a certain extent. But then after April 16 and Venus goes direct, you're going to start flying. You're going to fly off. So be patient with yourself. And at the same time, you're having this incredible energy with Jupiter in your 11th house. And you're also, your drive is pushing you towards being healthy, towards eating right, and towards work and service to the world. So this is where your energy can go, where you're not feeling, the pumped up tension. Focus a little bit on your work. Your work is doing good. Your love life is the one that needs to get untangled. And then Jupiter is in your 11th house of money, of wealth, and friendships. So go out, enjoy yourself, be with friends. This is actually, not a time to be alone, not a time to be at home, a time to actually share yourself with others. This is how you're actually going to be seeing the money. If you don't go out and if you don't hang out with people and showcase yourself and make some networks, you're not going to see the money coming to you. So, Saggy, beautiful things are coming to you, especially because on March 28th, we have a beautiful new moon. And in this new moon, that's where you're going to be able to set your intention for the future when it comes to your children, when it comes to your romance, when it comes to your creative energies and your creative projects, where you want them to go. So on the 28th, make a little ritual, collect your energies, focus them, and send them to the universe saying, I want this lover to come into my life. I want this project to be successful, this artistic project. I want my children to connect with me more. Okay, let's see what oracle you have today. What is the card for Sagittarius Venus retrograde 2017? Alrighty. This is the card you got. It's the ocean. And it says, Gemini also had this card. It says, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into the healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So, this card is a card of healing. This is a card that speaks about water and healing. And I was just talking about actually how water is our feminine energy. It's when you cry, when you purge, what is the thing that comes out of your eyes? Water. Because your body naturally knows that this element is a healing, soothing element. It's a motherly element. It's a feminine energy. It's a nurturing element. If it wasn't for water, there would be no life. There would be no life. So it's saying, first of all, it says, hydrate, drink more water, go to the ocean, get closer to the water, a body of water, some sort of body of water. This makes your subconscious, just looking at water, your subconscious works through symbols, colors, and imageries. That's how it works. It doesn't work through words. It doesn't work through things like that. That's why visualization is such a powerful thing, because you're actually talking to your subconscious. You're saying, this is what I want to see. This is what I want in my life. So looking at water, being close to water, gives you the energy of healing, of soothing, of calming, of relaxing, of patience. If you're going through so many hectic stuff, going with your creative energies, with your children, or with your romance, heal yourself. Take a crystal bath, actually, Saggy. Go into the water, put some bath salts, put some beautiful crystals, some grounding crystals, maybe some black crystals like obsidian, some soothing crystals to open your heart like fluoride, and jade and rose quartz, and wash yourself into this water. Put a little bit of aromatherapy, rose aromatherapy, that's a really good one, or chamomile, and that's gonna start soothing your heart. This is the healing energy you need. You need water around you. Drink water, be hydrated, and you're gonna find the way. So the angels are saying, heal yourself through water. There's some healing that needs to happen, Saggy. Some healing that needs to happen. It can only come from the ocean, from the water, from the mother water. Okay? Alrighty, Saji. Thank you so much for letting me do your reading today. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. Please, I would love to hear your comments about Venus retrograde. What is it that you're going through? This is a safe space to talk about it. And I will be seeing you on the other videos. Okay, Saji? Bye. I'll see you soon.